you've gone through and the stereotypes you know of. Have you been a campus student? I'm sure most of us have been campus students in our lives at some point, and we maybe have had issues with having a balance. You know, I want to party, I want to go out, but at the same time I want to hack assignments, deadlines, and I want to pass. I don't want to get a supplementary, but I also want to have fun. I also want to go for road trips. I want to do what everyone is doing, but I also want to pass my exams. How do I strike that balance? I have our guests here. They are KU peer counselors, but right before that, I'd like them to introduce themselves and also tell us the stereotypes that they know of and the stereotypes they've gone through. Karibuni sana. How are you?
You're very fine, thank you.
How are you feeling this morning?
Yeah, I'm feeling very
Salama. Masamanga ladies first.
Yeah.
Kindly introduce yourself.
Okay, so my name is Damaris Waigo. I am a student at Kenyatta University. And I'm also a peer counselor at Kenyatta University.
Nice.
Yeah.
The gentleman.
Yes, thank you, Nina. My name is Harrison Ganga. Yes, I'm a student at Kenyatta University. I'm a peer counselor and also a student reader in the School of Public Health. Yeah.
Unaitwa Harrison Nganga, like the one and only Bishop Harrison Nganga.
Yeah, like that one.
Kindly tell us, what are some of the stereotypes you've experienced?
Okay, one of the things that I've heard from people maybe in campus, if you are a lady and you start doing well, people assume automatically you're getting support from somewhere, and maybe you are just working hard. Yeah.
What do you mean by
support? Like they don't actually believe naishu one bedroom and I'm actually paying for it.
Oh, so initially you have to have mbabas somewhere who is funding your lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly. And some people are actually making it. Some ladies are doing good. Yeah.
For themselves without the support.
Yeah, exactly.
But there are who are doing it with the support.
Yeah, true. But you can't just
assume everyone. Oh, nice.
Yeah, so for me,
Bishop Harrison.
now on the gender and gender stereotypes. You see, the setting that personally I've grown, maybe it has not favored this balance that people tend to test to. Like, for example, me have grown in a setting that people believe a man should provide, not then now a society that is bringing that you too can provide. I've also grown in a place that people believe men should be very strong and they should not show weakness during maybe in situations that they're supposed to be weak.
Yes.
Example, maybe they should not cry when other people are crying. They should not be lamenting in situations that they feel they should be weak. So also here in campus you find let's say in relationships, and you see so many people are suffering on the same because girl child wanna expect the boy child to provide everything, and also you are a campus student. I've seen it here.
Class moja saa hiyo.
Yeah, tuko class moja tunasoma the same content, but still people expect that you have money, you have the resources to provide to this lady, and you muko in the same situation na yeye. So you see inatupata in a very difficult situation on the same. Yeah.
Damaris, what are some of the things we can do differently in regards to these stereotypes?
Maybe just talk to people. Talk to people and see what they're actually doing. Like stereotypes are, I think they are on a personal level. You can't just, if you are not exposed, you'll believe whatever everyone else is saying out there, but okay, maybe what you're going to talk about next, about socializing. One of the things that helps with dealing with stereotypes is socializing. You know that
you get to see a different perspective.
Yeah,
of
you
everyone.
see like what people assume is actually happening out here is not that straight. It's not black and white. There's a little gray, Yeah.
Harrison?
Yes, for me I would just say it's empowerment. You see, sometimes people do things because of lack of this knowledge and information.
Yes.
Because in most of the cases, people will be gender biased because they feel, maybe even the setting, I've told you my setting. So maybe somebody grew with the same setting. So atajipata, ako tu gender bias, but he's okay. He or she is okay. So it's just empowering and giving the knowledge and educating these people that the society, the things are now the society is changing. People, if it's a man, also already can provide, now depending on the situations.
Yes.
There's just an empowerment we can do to people and giving the knowledge. Yeah.
Nice. Damaris,
Yes.
right before we dive into the conversation, what has your life been like as a campus student?
Okay. Yeah. As a campus student, life is, it has had its ups, yeah, and downs. Yeah. Now that I'm coming to an end, like I can look back and say I've had a good life in campus. At some point, it has been challenging, but I'm here, and that's all that matters. Yeah.
Nice. Harrison?
Yes, campus life has been a difficult one, I can say. Because striking the balance between, now, personally, I'm a business person. And you have also your studies.
Yes.
And again, you have your social life. Balancing all this sometimes is very difficult because you find in campus you have so many maybe pressures. You want to maybe dress in a certain way. You want to have certain things. You want to maybe buy things that you're seeing your friends have.
Yeah.
So there is that pressure that comes with, you have now maybe to look for funds, you have to go out, get to know
loans.
people, you see. So that pressure haijakuwa rahisi balancing in campus, you see. So and again, education. You see in campus again, kuna this notion, people think that education is now the last thing you should think about.
Yes.
Mostly you find people having fun, going out with friends and everything. So even striking that balance, you have again to have principles and at least ujieke in a position that you can easily balance the two. Otherwise you find sometimes, you find maybe it's a semester. One semester you have been too much of business and here out going out, you find your education inaenda chini.
Last minute unakumbuka guy ni wa deadline kesho.
Yes. So it has not been easy, but at the end of the day you have to adapt and you have to set your own time and schedule. Yeah.
Damaris, you've said your time in campus has been good. You can say it has been really good. How have you been able to strike that balance?
Okay, I can't say per se like that I've been able to balance perfectly, but I have given it my best. Like, you know, in campus it's where you realize a lot of things. You meet a lot of people, new interests. You don't know what you actually want to do with your life because there's so much to do in campus. So you're like, what do I do? What do I not do? So it's all about maybe decisions. Just make decisions. One of the things, the major rules I live by is like every decision has a consequence. Yeah, it's a matter of which consequence do I need in my life. Yeah.
Harrison, how do you deal with this pressure whereby probably you have friends, you want to hang out with your friends, but also you want to do your assignments, you want to study, you want to run your business? How are you able to deal with this kind of pressure?
Yeah, one, you have to have your time schedule. You have to create a schedule that you can work with, and a schedule that favors you. You know, you have education, you have work to do, and you have also social life because you need to socialize and have fun.
Yeah.
So you just come up with a schedule and a plan that this is how I'm going to manage my day and my week. Again, you have to be keen. Maybe you learn even to say no to some things, because at the end of the day, you can't do everything.
Yes.
See, some
you
people
can't
will,
be everywhere.
Yes, you can't be everywhere. So you find people will be moving up and down. I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm in business, I'm in education. So you have, when you come up with a plan. Again, you learn to say no, so that when it's time to for business, you don't have to go out and have fun. When it's time for education, you don't have to go to business. So you come up with a plan and a schedule to balance the two. Again, you have to have good friends. You see, friends influence a lot of decisions that we make in life. So if you have these friends that unawambia you have something to do, but they will be insisting, let us go have fun. You have these
You'll
friends
do it
that,
later.
Yes, you have these friends when they will be on your neck. You have something to do, but they will be there, maybe wanacheza PS or doing just joking around. You see, you have to have a strong support system to support your schedule also. Yeah, and the rest is just to have rest when you need to rest and reduce your workload. Don't pressure yourself so much. Yeah.
Nice. Damaris, you're a lady, and I'm sure you've seen your friends dress nicely, you know, like you said earlier, they are living a very high-end kind of life that has been supported elsewhere. How are you able to, you know, kuhepea hiyo maisha? How do you do it?
Okay, some of the things that I do, okay, I just reason. Like, I'm like, my time will come. You're supposed to understand that, yes, si leo, but siku yangu itafika. And plus, there is so much joy in supporting yourself. Maybe as a lady, there's so much, what do you call it? Yeah, so much joy, and you feel nice when you support yourself.
But how do you
as
deal
a
with all
woman.
this pressure?
Now, how you deal with
Kila
the
mtu
pressure?
anaenda road trip, kila mtu ananunua nguo mpya, tuko sherehe Sunday to Sunday.
Yeah,
how do
true.
you deal with all that pressure? You want to fit in, but you also maybe do not want to go through what they go through to be where they are.
You have to look at the bigger picture. You know, one of the things that I did when I first got to campus is that I never had a dream. The dream was to get to campus. Like, and now I'm in campus and I'm like,
So know what next.
Yeah, know what next, and that will help you focus. Because even if maybe I go out, maybe I go to Russia, I go to all these other things that people do, there's always something higher. If it's not Russia, when you get to Russia, you want to go to maybe Tanzania. If you get Tanzania, you want to go to Dubai. There'll always be pressures. But when you have something you're looking forward to, maybe you have dreams. Yeah, I know maybe you are like, yeah, I'm doing education, or I'm doing this course. Like, this is actually the dream. But there are so many aspects. Like, I'm taking economics and statistics, but what do I want to get after that? Like, after that, yes, people have things, and it's life. Life is not fair. Yeah,
True.
People have money, and when you make peace with that, you know that I'm working, I'm doing the best I can now. Why stress with things that I am not able to? But if I'm able to, if I have the money, I'll go have fun.
Why not?
Yeah. We only live once.
True,
Yeah.
That's true. Harrison, there are times where the balance is not balancing, right?
Yeah.
How do you work around it whereby your social life is in shambles, your business is not working out, you have exams next week, everything is just all over the place. You're trying to find that balance, but it's just not working out. How do you go about it?
So,
As a student.
yes, as a student, personally, I would say that sometimes you see, you get, as in, you just don't know what to do. You see, you have a lot to do, but you don't know how to balance them and everything. But I believe in life there are people who have experienced the same thing you're experiencing now. So you know what time to ask for help. You see, because at the end of the day, sometimes you're not able to reason properly how you're going to balance everything. But there are people ahead of you who have undergone what you're undergoing at that time. So you just seek help. Find somebody who you think can advise you best. Again, also now, we go back to schedule. Have you now time schedule? Because when you have this workload that is too much for you, you have to know that you can't do everything and you can't achieve everything at once.
At the same time, yes.
You see, so have your plan, have a goal, have a schedule, and you follow it strictly. You know, there is this feeling that comes, I've not done this, I've not done that, you are just up and down. But when you have a schedule and you follow it strictly, you find you're able to achieve, and you feel, and you reward yourself. At the end of the day, if you can't do everything, if you do something, reward yourself. Take a rest, go out, enjoy your hobbies. Yeah.
Take a breath.
Yes.
Damaris, what are some of the reasons why people fail to balance the two? Their school life and their social life.
Yeah, one of the things maybe peer pressure. Like what I've just said. Like, you see, people are doing things out here. Like, people are having fun. It's all over social media. Like, squeezy. Everybody's posting food, restaurants, hikes, zip lining. You've seen all these videos.
Yes.
And they're actually very tempting. Like, you're like, I want to do this. Or they can make you feel like you're doing less in life.
Yes.
But just always keep in mind that the competition is not with these people. The competition is with you.
Yourself,
Yeah. Like, yesterday I was here, today I'm here. Like, I've moved 2 steps. 1 step doesn't matter. I am not where I used to be yesterday. I am a better person now. Yeah. And then another thing that makes people want to maybe lack balance. It's the thing of comparison. Like maybe in education matters, some people don't need to study as hard as others need to. You know, we are different. And then you're like going and partying with these people. Na mtu atapitia tu kitabu mbio na ataelewa. And some people have to put in the work so that they can actually
read, yes.
And then you don't know these people's purpose if you compare yourself with them. There are people who just want the degree, and the people who want to be academics and stuff like that. They actually want to know what their degree is about. Kuna mtu akitoka campus, anataka tu second class hapa, I don't know, like, and then you are there, maybe you want to become a lecturer or something. Unaweza, you know, in KU and in most universities there are shortcuts. Like unaweza cram, you can use this short, but depending on what you want to do in the future, na dreams zako, hiyo ndio itadetermine kama utajicompare na mtu mwingine. Yes, we all want the degree, but wewe unataka yako ufanye nini? Kuna mtu anataka tu imuingize mahali, unaona? And then maybe there is you who actually want to know what this course is about. Yes. You are interested in learning. So if both of us, sisi wawili, we cram the night to the examination, you still like, nitakuwa nimepotea. Yeah, so don't compare yourself with people. That way you will be able to balance. If you don't compare, like, mostly it's just comparison. Unashinda ukiji, you beat yourself up. Yeah. Like, mbona mimi sipati, like, I don't know. Yeah.
Harrison, Damaris has given us some of the reasons why you lack a balanced life. Meaning these are the decisions people are making, therefore not having that balance that they need. But what are some of the consequences of those decisions?
Yeah, you see now, if you're not able now to achieve the balance, it means one, academically, because this one will have direct impact on your academics. You will not perform as you expected. That is one. Either be it academic or socially, because you have to balance the two. Second, again, you find even your mental health is not well balanced. As in, you don't have the maximum you would want, as in you have this good health, the mental health. Even generally, because if you have a lot of workload, you have a lot to do, you find at the end of the day you feel tired, you feel your head maybe is aching. So even generally, the general health of yours is affected. Then that you find now maybe it's academic, and academic there is this self-fulfillment that you feel when you pass. So this self-fulfillment is not achieved if you're not able to balance the two. Because if today I was expecting maybe to get an A, then I get a D, this fulfillment and the achievement that I've made, I will feel, no, these were not the results I expected.
Even a lack of motivation.
Yes, you will lack that motivation even to move on with education.
Yes.
Yeah, so those are some. And so basically, the impact is usually on health and academics. And again, even your relationship. You see, you have to maintain a good relationship. Yes. Be it this socially, ama the romantic even relationship. You have to balance and at least give time for everything. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, one thing I would like to add on that, on social engagement is very important. It's actually one of the things. It helps you even in your academics. Like if you have friends who support you, not only maybe in the time you're going to have fun, but even in your studies. Like the people who are stronger than us in academics, and where you meet them is socially. Like your social, if you are outgoing socially, it can give you confidence even to be able to do better in academics. Like this is not something that is very easy to separate, because those people that you are with in class, they are the same people who are your friends, they are the same people you go partying with. Like it's all mixed. Like you can't just say, I want to, like your life is rotating from the library to maybe the hostel and back, and maybe KM for food, you don't want that. So when it's also important, the social aspect. Like you can't again dedicate all your life to education. Like you're like, I'm going to study, I'm going to get out of KU with a first class honor, which is a very good thing, by the way. Yeah, it's nice to, it's a good achievement. But then again, you need to know people. You'll get out here with your first class honor, but you don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to live with people.
They are called academic giants but social dwarfs.
Yeah, exactly. Like you won't be able to live with people, you won't be able to communicate, you won't be able to, you'll have the stereotype because you haven't met people who are doing outside of the norm or what you think is the norm. Yeah.
Yes. And what are some of the tips on how you can now navigate through that balance, how you can attain that balance, Harrison?
Yes, one, I would say have your priorities. Know what matters most to you. Then have this schedule, as we said. Create a plan. Have a goal in life. Don't just wake up and maybe you unapanga your schedule in the morning. I know today I'm going to do this, tomorrow I'm going to achieve this. Then again, work on your hobbies, work on your talents. They will help you even to balance things socially. When it's time now maybe to move out and do something, you're doing what you love most. Again, take a break. Don't kill yourself.
Yes.
Otherwise, the life is not that serious.
Yes.
Yeah, so take a break even from this work and everything. And then ask for help when you need help, as I stated. Don't feel that the pressure is too much, and again, you don't know how to navigate through, and you don't want to seek help.
True.
Ask people, I've been doing this and it seems it's difficult. How did you achieve this? So ask for help when you see now I need help. And again, now lastly, I would say on priorities, know what matters most to you. Know what you're supposed to do when, so that you're not supposed to be studying na uko business all through. You see the balance again, it's not there. And reward yourself, as I said. Don't again, you have achieved something and you still don't feel the achievement. Reward yourself. Have something that can make you feel I've achieved something. Motivate yourself, in short. Yeah.
Damaris, some tips you can add on?
Okay. Well, another thing that makes people to be unable to balance is regret. Like, let's say I was working so hard in school and sometimes it doesn't work out. You can actually study really hard, but the grades are like, no. Yeah. So don't be hard on yourself. You know, there are people who are like, there are people who are like, when we were in first year, they actually worked really hard, but maybe the result somehow for one reason or the other, it doesn't add up. The work you put in doesn't add up. So what do? You shift to the social life and like education is a scam or something like that. Or the other thing, like maybe you try to socialize, you know, some people are not very kind out here, and then you're like, I better concentrate on education. You know,
yes.
What I can tell you is that life is not perfect. People are not perfect out here. Like, it's never easy. Like, yeah, just accept. Like, sometimes you mess up. You know, you mess up in your education. Don't just lose hope. Yeah.
Harrison, I want to ask you about a stereotype. There's a stereotype out there that says girls in campus who party a lot, who kazi tu ni sherehe nini, they barely ever make it to the end, and if they do, they don't pass. Is it true?
Okay, hey, I know it's a difficult one because you see that one can only be said from experience.
But on the other hand, men are allowed to piga sherehe, but regardless, at the end you have to make it. But for the women, the faith they have in the men is not the faith they have in the women.
Yeah, it's true. The stereotype that that one is true, because personally, to say I say
what
already,
is true, the stereotype,
yes,
or
it's
the
true.
actual thing?
No, the stereotype is there. I don't know. Some make it, some don't. You see, because at the end of the day, there are those who are able to balance. I've told you, there are people who know when to do things. There are people who watapiga sherehe on Saturday, but throughout the week, they are fully studying. And there are these people wenye ni sherehe kila siku. So you find these people they won't study at all. But for us as men, actually, me personally, naweza sema, you see, men perceive these things differently. Tunaona already anapiga sherehe every now and then. Tunasema this one can't be a wife. This one can't really make it. You see, if huyu ati ni umweke kwa nyumba, mtasumbuana, you see. So that stereotype is there, because people will tell you, hey, find a church girl, find somebody mwenye ametulia, huyu ata make a good home. But somebody mwenye ni sherehe kila siku, tasema this one, hey, huyu ameharibika. Yeah.
So that is a stereotype, or it's actually true?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
stereotype, or it is true.
Yeah, well, it's a stereotype. It's there. As in the way men perceive things, even now equal. But now on the reality, some people make it. I've said that. Some people make it. Some ladies wanajua kujipanga. Then some don't make it. Wengine maybe watafika.
That balance.
Yeah, they will be at the second year asha quit education.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe have gotten a better way to survive in life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damaris, what's your opinion?
Okay, my opinion is it's not always as you see it. Yeah, it's not always as you see it. But we can't be ignorant and say that people don't actually see that. You know, people will come here and say, we won't judge. We won't judge you by what you're doing, by how you look, but we'll definitely judge you.
You may not verbally judge, but
yeah. We watamalize even men sometimes they also pass through the same thing, like you're partying so much, watafikisha miaka 40 dunia kwenda. People think maybe you're going to die or something. I don't know, it happens. You hear people, some people are even more courageous, like they'll actually say that. They'll actually say that, huyu vile anakunywa bangi ataruka akili or something.
Ukifika 40 utakuwa na maini bado.
Yeah. Such comments, yeah, it happens, but it's not always as it is. Unaona tu mtu anafanya, watu wanajua vitu anafanya. Alafu kuna things also, these things, don't trust everything you see.
Yes.
Like there are people out here thinking that just because na active, like I post on my social medias, kazi yangu niko party, niko safaris, niko na nini, but they actually not even that into it in real life. They just post
a lot
things, they just post a lot. Unadhani mtu kila weekend
na zingine ana post za last month.
Si watu upiga picha.
Confuse the enemy.
Exactly. Some things are not even real, but true, some things are real. So I tend not to judge people by how they are dressed, how they. Everyone has a story, you
True.
know.
Everyone
so
has
I can't just assume, yeah.
Mr. Harrison, nasikia kukuita Bishop Harrison, sijui kwa nini. What is your experience with the people who come to you as a counselor, as a peer counselor, for purposes where they are not able to balance? What is your experience like, and how do you deal with such people?
Yeah, so personally, and I will say as a peer counselor and also as a reader, if you know I'm serving the students as a reader, you'll find people who come to you, one, either there are these people who are education oriented. Yeye kazi ni hostel, library, and maybe going to KM for food. And there are people when now they are unable, atakwambia me I'm reading but I'm getting nothing. Yeah. You see, the first semester it's akona E3, and then hizo zingine ni kupita by luck. It's some D's and C's.
Yes.
So, and they'll be on your neck. How do I balance all this? But personally, what I tell people, it's just have your priorities. Because as much as you want to learn a lot, you want to be this person from library to hostel, and maybe you are to KM, na unapatanga some people, they look like introverts. Atatoka na headphones all through, even hataki kuinteract na watu socially. So tell them, because this is university and it's campus, you see, you have to strike the balance. As much as we are learning here to come out with a degree, you're also learning to have this social life there out. So have your priorities. No, kuna this time I will study maybe weekdays, and then weekend I'm out there with friends. Then if now umezoea sherehe every day, you have now to have your priorities. Yes. And that is why I said have a good support system. Go, if unajua you can't balance for yourself, find somebody mwenye nasomanga sana atakusaidia, because you will now be feeling guilty if you find a friend anasoma wewe na unaenda sherehe.
Umetoka sherehe ama ndo unaenda.
You see, yes, and you utaanza ku feel challenged when someone is telling you, and now you are informing your friend, do for me this assignment. You see, with the time you realize I have
kukufanyia assignments pia. Yes.
Na sasa hata you feel the guilt that I will have now to do it myself. So you see, have a good support system in your academics and in your social life, so that mtu anaweza kusaidia. Somebody can limit you, because so many decisions we make are usually from friends. mtu atakwambia do this, do that, do this. Unaona the pressure. If you surround yourself with people wenye they're able to balance, weekend they are socializing, weekday wanasoma, so you're able even to balance that way in the process. Yeah.
Nice. Damaris, how do you deal with these people? I'm sure you've got individuals who struggle.
Venye amesema about friendships, nimekumbuka another stereotype. There's this stereotype that girls don't make good friends. Like if I have a girl as my friend, kazi ni gossip, like we actually don't help one another. See, umeshasikia like guys, they talk business and all this other stuff, and then there's the assumption that kazi ya best friends as girls ni gossip and all these other things that they're not that important in life. But I want to say today, like, girls actually make good friends. Yeah, we have girl friends who have actually helped us a lot. Yeah. Okay, how I deal with people who come to me maybe for counseling and all that. Sometimes you see people sometimes people use people know what they want, but sometimes wanatumia hiyo kama method of procrastination. Unaelewa, like anakuja kwako akikuuliza ninaanguka nitafanya aje. Obviously if you are failing in your grades, the direct answer ni usome. But you'd rather come to me and ask
for help.
And ask for help, which is okay. So me, what I try to do is to show you how you are escaping, how you are using me as your escape plan. Like unakuja kwangu kuniuliza, like that's mostly what I do. Because people hadi mimi sometimes I ask for advice nikijuanga tu
kenye utafanya. You already know what you do, just
I know
you're
what I'm going
looking
to
for justification or validation.
Exactly. So that's what I do. And plus I'm open-minded. I try to be open-minded. Like sometimes you're tempted to tell people what actually works for you, and that might not act for some
what works for you may not work for someone else.
Yes. So I keep that in mind and try to determine like huyo mtu anaishi aje, factors zenye zina influence the decisions that he or she is making right now.
Nice. Harrison, we are coming to the end of the conversation. I'd like you to give us a parting shot and maybe mahali tunaweza kupata.
So personally I would say I've seen young people actually the balance even between education and social life sometimes is much affected by social media. So tell people, learn to deal with reality. If something doesn't work for you, don't force it. Then have your priorities and have a goal in life. Don't just learn your life without something you want to achieve.
True.
Yes, and where you can find me on all the social media, Harry Harrison. Yes, all the social media, the Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, Harry Harrison.
Harry Harrison. Na hapa KU, where are your offices located?
So you can find me in the either KUSA offices in the BSSC or the KUSA offices. Also you can find us at the peer counseling offices, room 276.
Damaris.
Okay, what I would like to say, like, don't be so hard on yourself. Socially. Sometimes your friends break up, boyfriends leave, you get, character development is there, but don't be so hard on you. You're not supposed to be perfect. Maybe education wise, social wise. Like you can't have all those things together. And stress is there to stay. Like you just have to decide, I'm out to grumpy all the way, or you'll smile through it and work through it. Pole too. We all mess up sometimes.
Nice. Where can we get you?
So mostly mimi nakuanga hapo kwa ofisi ya peer counseling, BCC, it's room 272. BCC room 272. And then you can find me on all my social media handles, Damawaigwa.
Nice. Right before we wind up, I'd like to read some feedback. We have Caroline Wangoi Mwiruri. Carol watching from Naivasha. Wow, say hi to my bro Harrison Nganga. We love you so much, brother, and you are going far. Proud of you as the Mwiruri's family. Yes, that is the feedback. Thank you so much for joining us. A big shout out to the peer counseling team from here at KU. You guys give us so much knowledge and so much insight. We are grateful for your time. Asanteni sana. We've come to the end of the conversation, but we will be coming back after this short break. See you shortly.